Hey guys, I'm Dr. Leslie, clinical and forensic psychologist, and I think it's time for a reintroduction into who I am and what my pages are about because people seem to be confused that a psychologist can be kind of all over the map with what they do. So let's start with this. I'm a clinical psychologist. My focus was trauma and schizophrenia. I'm also a forensic psychologist where my focus was criminal and civil litigation. That is where I learn all about those dirty politicians and those odd celebrities. I also trained and worked in the VA for many years, and it was incredibly meaningful and incredibly difficult. I'm not entirely sure why, but I specialized in high-risk sex offenders, the people doing it, and then also the people who survived it. But my interest became who's telling the truth. And what I do is, I get hired by lawyers. I do a very, very extensive, comprehensive psychological assessment, and I look at truth. We can't use truth in law, right? We can use validity and reliability. We can use consistency of statements, infrequency. We have normative samples. We know how to tell who's a little off, who's playing nice, who's looking good, who's into that negative impression management. And yes, I've spent a lot of time with people who have done bad things in sexual ways to children and to adults. I understand their mind, and I understand the mind of the victim, the survivor. The biggest thing that has taught me is that you need to trust your intuition, and you do not need words to catch up for you to trust your gut emotional reaction in moments. And you do not need to worry about the judgment of others if your safety is in question. Which brings me to parenting safety tips, because I'm a mom and I've also worked with a lot of people who have harmed children, who are still harming children. And I try to figure out why the living F they are doing that, what consequences will actually work to stop it, and what as a higher system like the owners of Meta or maybe politicians could be doing to stop this. But sometimes my focus is on the smaller person, like a mom, who won't stop posting their child with phallic images alone on social media, or people who have platforms with 4 million followers who are pushing propaganda that is nonsensical. I've been involved with cases of politicians on both sides who both did things wrong. I think parts of both parties have good things and bad things. I am a part of a nationwide group of threat assessment and mitigation people, from the FBI, CIA, to professors, and we work as a team to bring down harm, to stop threats before you see them.